Welcome to the Guys podcast, where we talk about Japanese music news and other music-related things. Today we have Neon with us. I was like all late to that starting soon screen. Like, whoops. Like, let me piss real quick, just real fast. I didn't make it. Stream went on a little too far. Went on a little too long, guys. I'm sorry. The chat's not working on Stream Elements. I don't know why, but we can see your comments down below. So sorry about that. A little delayed. I decided the other day that I'm going to start interviewing fans and stuff like that from all these concerts that we can't always make it to and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I invited Neon, so everything was really last minute, so that's why we're a little late. But we're getting the hang of it. So I told the guys last minute, so they're like, Alan, we can't do extra podcasts. I'm like, all right, that's fair enough. They need a little bit more time. But hopefully, Neon was just telling me before we started, Babymetal is coming back to the UK, so you're thinking about going to that other show in the UK, right?
Yeah, it was great. Like I said, we went to this show, and I was thinking more or less how I thought they would go to the US first, so it was quite nice that they kind of like tagged along with SABATON. So I was like many others, we weren't expecting them to see him back in Europe till probably about 2024, probably headlining. But then we found out today that they're back like literally in a couple of months. So for me, they're going to be in London again, back-to-back nights in London, and I'm going to try and be greedy, and I'm going to try and put nights back-to-back. So, yeah, sooner than I thought they were going to be here, but yeah, man, I'm excited for it.
How much of a gap is it then? Like, when are they coming back? I didn't even check that.
November, I think it's November. I can't even remember the exact dates. I only found out this morning. But it's the back end of November. And it's like two London dates back to back, and they take a day off, and then they're in Wolverhampton as well. So it's actually like a really short UK tour. Like I kind of feel actually for the rest of the UK, because they're not in Wales, they're not in Ireland, they're not in Scotland or anything like that. Two London shows in the Wolverhampton one, which is a little bit strange for them, to be fair, but I mean, I'll take it. Like, I was not expecting them to be back in the UK like that this soon, after. So the fact that I get to see them again, like a couple of months apart, hopefully, touch wood, if I get my tickets and all that, then yeah, it's going to be amazing.
That is awesome. Yeah, it makes sense because it's two separate tours, right? So this one's with the SABATON one, and then the other tour is they're headlining the entire thing, right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh no, Death Clock. I'm sorry, they're switching headliners. So some shows Death Clock's headlining and other ones Babymetal's headlining. So I wonder I'm sure in the UK they're gonna have Babymetal headline, I would think. Maybe they'll have more Death Clock headliners in the US.
Well, I imagine with the London date, the reason why that's back to back is probably for that exact reason.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
They'll probably have one night with Death Clock and the other night with Babymetal headline. I presume, that's my first suspicion. If not, I mean, they could always just put Babymetal on twice. I won't mind that.
Yeah. That's really cool, man. So by the way, if you don't know who Neon is, go check out his channel, Neon Reaper Gaming, right? Neon Reaper Gaming is pinned at the top. Go subscribe to him. Go help him out. Hit up his channel. He checks out Japanese music also. That's why I love having him on the podcast. He's definitely going to be joining us more in the future when he goes to these other concerts to tell us about them. So it's going to be really cool. So make sure you go hit the bell for notifications on his channel. Hit it over here so you don't miss out on these. Go do that. And I just witnessed him react to, before getting to Babymetal, I just want to mention, I witnessed him react to Hanabiye for the first time you hearing Pardon Me, which I was shocked, but I know you had your surgery, which I'm so happy that you recovered quickly through that, man. Hope you're doing well now. So it's really cool to witness the first reaction to Hanabiye, though.
Yeah, it's strange. I missed a lot during that. The 6 months has been kind of like daunting. It wasn't supposed to be 6 months. I was hoping to be back like December, and then unfortunately I had to have a second surgery on my upper jaw. So that kind of like pushed back my recovery by a couple of months. So, but the good thing of that is I've got like 6 months worth of music to kind of go back on and react to and see what I've missed. Lots of Love Bite stuff as well to do,
man,
which is really good. Obviously, them finding family and stuff was amazing. It's been really hard though, because there's been so much good stuff coming out now I've not even had time to go back because everybody's like, what's happening now?
Yeah.
And then a stroke of good luck. I've been wanting to see Sabaton in ages, and when I booked these tickets, it was purely a Sabaton show, and it's been delayed like 4 times in like 3 years, and then when I finally managed to get them, it just so happened to be that obviously Babymetal were there as well, so it was like a double win.
Well, we're gonna get into that right now, and then we got to definitely touch back on those new bands that you're catching up to, because I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts on some of these Japanese bands. Babymetal, start with that first. All right, just give it, lay it on us. Tell us the whole story, how it happened. Got tickets, show up to the venue. Tell us what you're seeing, what happened. Just paint a picture for everybody that can't make it to these shows.
Yeah, Jesus, I said this on my review video. Go and watch it if you haven't. It's hard to describe because you're just there in the moment. I can't explain it. There's no other act quite like them. And it's so hard. It's so hard for me as a creator and a YouTuber to like be in that scenario, because on one hand, I want to be a fan. I want to soak up the atmosphere. I want to take in the performance. I want to be doing that. But on the other hand, there's a voice in the back of my head like, dude, you should be recording this. Do your fucking job. You know? And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I need to be like doing shit right now. So like between the two contrasts of that scenario, it's kind of weird. But yeah, as soon as you go in, like I said, the atmosphere it goes up like tenfold. Like no disrespect to Lorde, who were on before Babymetal, and Lorde did a great job as well. They did a fantastic job of getting everybody hyped and all that. But then as soon as like Babymetal Desk comes on, the girls are walking out on the stage, like literally, again, the atmosphere is like, it just goes up, like eerily up, like spine tingling hairs on the back of your neck up. It's crazy just how much that atmosphere kind of really goes up. And then just to see everybody again throwing their kitsunes up in the air and like screaming and shouting, it was crazy. I mean, and that's just the first song.
Now this is not your first Babymetal concert either. You've been to another one, so was it a different vibe entering into this concert, like the other one that you went to back in the day?
It felt really weird. The other one I went to was in 2019, I think, which was in Manchester. And the Manchester gigs are, it's really small. It's really compressed. It's one stage. There's like probably about 2,000 people crammed into this tiny ass room that should only hold about 500 people. And there's like a stage at the front, and you're so close. Like no matter where you are in that room, you're practically touching the girls. And that was a really, really good experience, because that was when obviously Metal Galaxy came out and everything was new, and they were playing the new songs, and the hype was there as well. I remember the talk of, oh, which Avenger are we going to get on the night and stuff was really, really crazy. The Wembley experience is just like, there was one part in for the song where I just needed like Sue just turned around and said, hey, everybody, just put your lights on your phones on. And the contrast of being able to see that in a small venue, and then seeing that, and you turning around to like 16,000, 20,000 people behind you. Because I got right to the front. Like I literally, you know, I bummed there for a couple of hours.
Did you need a VIP ticket to get to the front at this show, or?
No, I used my awesome YouTuber status for the people that I knew, and I
and just made your way up to the front. Nice.
Made my way to the front. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I knew people there. They knew who I was. They were great. You know, they saved me a spot as well. And I really, really appreciate it, because I was doing other things. I was walking up and down the line, meeting people, subscribers from the channel, which was crazy for me. You know, I thought I was getting mugged in the subway at one point, because I was in London, and I was heading to Camden, and me and the girlfriend were walking down in the tunnel, and some guy stops me in the chest and goes, "Hello." I'm like, who the fuck are you? My initial reaction, and he fucking turns around. It's my mod from my Twitch channel, Ashy, who I'd never met before. Stops me in the subway and goes, "Oh, you know," I'm like, fuck me, dude. I'm like, just take it. Like, you know, just stop it in there. Just take my wallet. And it happened to be my mod. And I go bumping into people, and people saying hi, and kind of getting recognized instantly, and people going, "Hey, Neon, I love your channel," and stuff like that. Yeah, that's an experience I don't think I'm going to get old with. You know, that really does bring a smile to my face.
Hell yeah. Yeah, just to get the, like all the work, that like goes behind the scenes and stuff with the channel making and everything. I'm sure that felt really good. Like just having that
Yeah,
experience
it is.
and meeting everybody. Like to me, that's the greatest thing about all these concerts. And I gotta say, everybody, Baby Metal, BAND-MAID, even Otto Buck and Beaver. The cool thing is all the fan base. It's so cool to be able to go to shows and know many people. And I think that goes for everybody. Even if they don't have a channel, I think it feels good to be able to go up to people and talk just because. And I think that's what's really cool is that, like, for you yourself, you go to a show, people come up, say hi to you, but in that interaction, those two people meet each other also, and it just creates like a better community. And now you don't feel like alone at the shows. And I think that's something of one of the reasons why I didn't like going to shows as much, because you go by yourself, can't convince friends to go and stuff like that. So it's really cool with the internet and stuff nowadays, where you can just go there and get everybody to kind of cross meet each other, and then it's just a whole group of people just talking about the band you love, which is amazing. I think that's so cool. But going into that concert, you said your hair's on end. What song do they open up with at this show?
Babymetal Death was the first one. They always open up with that, which was actually quite surprising. For me, the one aspect of that was the amount of love for Momoko
Yeah.
was insane. Like Sue and Moa already get so much love as probably the favorites, but obviously there's been a little bit of I would say some fans are maybe a little disappointed that they can officially maybe chalk Yui off as officially over now. There's always been that tantalizing little bit of hope, and now
There's still always gonna be hope.
maybe, but I think the dream's officially over now. And some fans have taken that a little bit to heart. There's other fans that have like really embraced Momoko, and I was really surprised at that gig to hear, like I said, 16,000, 20,000 people, however many were there,
Mm-hmm.
all giving Momoko the loudest cheer. Now I've heard that all along this tour so far, that Momoko's gotten the biggest
So
out of the two girls.
yeah, because I think she's the most anticipated one. So when did that cheer happen? Was it right in the middle? Oh, when she was doing her part.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Babymetal
So
Death,
you guys,
when she's doing her part. Yeah,
yes.
gotcha.
And
Now,
then Momo Des, and the crowd just went, oh,
yeah,
it was so much better.
I'm gonna scream so loud for Moa. Just saying. After that song, what do we get next? How do they transition? They go right into the next one, or they go to some lore?
It was a pretty short set, to be honest. We only had like 7 songs. I think there was supposed to be 8, but for some strange reason,
Even if there was 14, it would feel short, probably.
it would. It flew by, mate. It flew by. I was there, and I'm like, yes, Babymetal, and then the next minute, I'm like, it's over. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh god damn it, again, encore. But yeah, it flew by so incredibly. I can't even remember off the top of my head what they played next, but I know we had Road of Resistance, we had Monochrome, we had Divine Attack as well, which was really, really good. I was kind of a little bit gutted, but not gutted enough, because they've been changing their sets around. They've been taking one song in, one song out throughout the tour. So I know that in Leeds the night before they had Metalism, and we didn't get to hear Metalism. They swapped that out for Divine Attack instead.
So they did Megasune next after Babymetal Death. How was that with the dancing and stuff with Momo Metal and stuff like how?
Classic as well. It's again, it's kind of heartwarming but heartbreaking at the same time, because you see the dance, and it's the exact same dance the girls did, obviously, with Yui like numerous times, but it also fills you with like excitement and love as well, because you can see the like the smiles on the faces between like Sue, Moa, Momoko. You can see them interacting, those little like exchanges, the little pokes that they do in between dances, and you can see that they're really, really having fun. And most importantly, Momo looked like she was really having fun. She looked like she was really into it. The crowd was really embracing her, and I think when you have an atmosphere like that in a gig where the band's feeding you that energy, the crowd is receptive and just enjoying it, and everybody's just having fun, you tend to see those moments a little bit more, because the act seemed to loosen up a little bit, the girls loosened up a little bit, and you could really tell in such a small set, like just the backwards and forwards banter between them and the crowd, and it was nice.
Something I was shocked about is that we didn't get Homage and I really thought Homage and I was going to be a song played, but I don't think it's been played yet from what I've seen on the set list, which is
No, we
interesting.
have some theories about that. I honestly thought I had one or two theories. I said to the guys when I was interviewing them before, and I was like, "Hey, why do you reckon we've not got this song yet?" And the two theories were they're saving it for like somewhere like London, like maybe somewhere big to do it. But we didn't get that. So the other theory is maybe the last couple of shows, or maybe the last show of the tour, they might get Homage and I believe somebody said on the Discord that the reason why they don't play it is because Joakim, he finds it really hard to sing that song.
Yes, he told me that in the interview. He said in the interview specifically, he said I had to sing it so many times, and he was like Koba Metal. Well, he said his actual name. I didn't realize it was Koba Metal. He said his real name, and he was like, yeah, he kept telling me to redo the takes over again. And
Yeah.
like he's like louder. He's like, ah! it's a funny interview, guys. Watch that interview. Like he actually hinted towards this tour when I did the interview with him, because he pretty much said there's something in the works. We just didn't. I didn't know. So this tour's been in the works. Like this wasn't just some random thrown Babymetal on. This was Sabaton had this planned with Koba Metal for a while, and I don't know when I did that interview. So that means almost a year, I think, ago when I did that one when he mentioned it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy.
I mean, yeah, most tours are usually done about a year or 6 months in advance, usually, you know. But yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so that's what our theory is. Our theory is either they're saving it for a big venue, or like I said, it'll be like maybe the last two shows of the tour, because like I said, he's renowned for struggling to sing that song. So we imagine that will be why. It would be gutting if we didn't get it at all. So whoever the lucky venue is that does manage to see it, I mean,
Man,
yeah, like
that's crazy.
you're one of a kind.
So we followed that up with Papa Ya, right? And then Divine Attack. And Papa Ya has been growing on me. And every time I see it live or seen live clips, it looks like a fucking blast with the crowd.
It is. It is. I mean, I remember doing the reaction to that song, and I was absolutely blown away. I freaking loved it. I think that reaction's got
Really?
like, yeah, I think that the reaction's
Really?
got like 250,000 views or something now. It's crazy.
I don't think
That one's
my reaction to that was not good. I don't think it was like, I wasn't a fan of it. Not much. I think I still enjoyed it, but yeah. Yeah.
No, instant love for Papaya for me. Like as soon as I heard it, I was like, I like this.
Yeah. I like it now as a live song. Like I will definitely I skip it on the track, sorry. But live, it looks like a blast. From what I've seen from footage and concerts and stuff, it looks really fun. So
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. It's very much a crowd pleaser, especially when you see like some fans really, really dedicated, bringing their own scarves and stuff. There, like even at the London gig, there was no scarves or anything on sale, no towels or anything like that. But you seen like the whole like 3 rows of the front row, like literally swinging scarves around, and I'm like, how do these people do it, man? They're just like so well pre-prepared. It's crazy.
yeah. You know, something that I've learned like from watching like a lot of these concerts, to be honest, it was, but specifically Babymetal, the songwriting, making those things singable is really important. So something like Papa Ya translates over into all languages. That's really easy for anybody to like sing along to also. So I can see why that's like a really good, like crowd pleaser when you're there, because you have the whole crowd erupting singing it. Nobody's messing up Papa Ya. Like nobody's messing up those lyrics. I mean, I guess you could. It'd be really if you do "ya" twice or something. I don't know. So it's a really good song for live. It's really important, I think, to have the songs that you can sing to. Case in point was I just did a show this past Sunday, and we did our main hit song, I guess you could say, like our biggest song, which was Phoenix. And there's part where it's like "So Fly Away," and I was like, we only had the chorus twice in there. Well, I made the band play it again live because we had everyone singing it with us. So we're like, fuck this, let's sing the chorus again. So we added the third chorus. But you know, you don't think about that when you're writing music. And I think with Babymetal and Koba Metal, they have it planned to a T, man. Like to make sure everything's interactive too on the live set also.
I think that's more intentional as well for many artists.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Atarashi Gakko as well at the minute that are doing so well in America, and that is like pre-planned. Like even though it's in Japanese, like it's easy to sing along to. It's really, really catchy, and that is done intentionally. You can see that for like a lot of bands sort of coming out of Japan right now. Probably more so in like the J-pop kind of area. Like they specifically target that. That is like a song structure of how they go, by taking maybe like a Japanese verse or something like that, and then taking like an English chorus, even if it's only that chorus is like 3 words.
Yeah.
Making it catchy, making it repeatable, and then there you go. You've got a hit song that's not only popular in Japan, but like literally like 2/3 of the world. And yeah, that's how you get those sales numbers, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, okay, so Divine Attack. Like I said, I haven't seen many videos. Have they changed the choreography for like Divine Attack? Like, is there more dancing stuff to it now, or is it kind of staying the same like we've seen in some videos? Or how's like the choreography developing for these new songs? Because you had 2 new ones back to back, right? Divine Attack, Monochrome. How did those look live?
Yeah, no, both were amazing. Like I said, the choreography is incredible. If you want to see some new choreography, that I recommend again going to my channel, seeing the Babymetal video that I posted. There's literally about 10 minutes of footage of like the girls dancing and choreography. I tried to shoot it as best as I can.
Is it still
But
up?
like I said,
It didn't get taken down yet?
no.
Oh,
I
nice.
managed to get both up, which is pretty cool. You probably jinxed it now though. I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll be like,
I'm sorry. By the way, for those of you just joining us, make sure you go follow Neon on his channel. It's right here. Neon Reaper. This is what the logo looks like. And yeah, he has a video up here, Babymetal London vlog, interviews, meetings, subs, and after party. So I see Paul in there.
yeah, there's been loads of people.
That guy can drink, man. Like he's like he's
I make a joke because I was in the line with him where we were at the beginning, and the guys at the stewards and stuff, they were turning around and going, hey, don't run, okay? Make sure when you go to the front, don't run. And Paul. He turns around to us and goes, hey guys, make sure you don't run, okay? Don't run. And I turn around and I'm like, hey guys, like the stewards say don't run, and then I turn around again, Paul, gone.
Damn,
gone.
so you're close, man. This is a close shot. I know you're. Oh, that's the screen. Never mind. I thought that was like them in front of you almost. I mean, it's still a good camera shot.
I am literally at the front. I am there. I'm by the barrier.
Okay, so you're near the barrier. How hard is it to see the girls past that barrier?
I didn't have any problems. I mean, I'm 5'8".
Okay.
And I saw them pretty fine.
Good.
I know that there's some girls there and some other lads as well. They're a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah.
That did have a little bit of a problem with it. Not so much of the stage themselves, but the SABATON, as you can see, like the barbed wire pillars that are poking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I found it hard.
Oh my god, there's barbed wires.
There's barbed wire. There's pillars.
Christ, really?
There's a fucking tank on stage behind those lights. They had everything. They had guys with flamethrowers and everything. It was madness.
Shit.
No, SABATON put on a good show.
I don't think I've ever been to a show where they had barbed wire in front of them. That's crazy. That's good because I'd be the idiot that jumps over that shit. But that is awesome, man. So yeah, this is videos on Neon's channel. Check it out after this podcast. I saw Babymetal in London for their world tour. And go check it out, man. He has a 16-minute review of it and some really cool footage here. Yeah, because I can see like you can't see the girls because the barrier's like there. Luckily, I'm 6'1", 6'2". I don't know how tall I am. I'm 6 foot something, but I should be able to see over those. I hope. Maybe not. I don't know. But okay, so Divine Attack, Monochrome. Was Monochrome just as emotional as I saw for that January show at the Makahare Messe Hall? You could tell Sue put in a lot of emotion in that song. Did you feel the same vibes there in London?
I did. I did. It was crazy. Like you said, that was the one time where, like you said, everybody puts their flashlights on. And as I said before, when I seen them in Manchester, it was a smaller gig, so we were all packed into this small room and. When they're singing the one and all that and the lights come up, it's not as impactful. But like I said, when you turn around to a big massive stadium and see 16,000 fans all waving their phones around is absolutely incredible. And they're all going, whoa, whoa. And Sue, I captured this one bit I'm particularly proud of, where she's humming along to it. And she does this awesome, little bit of singing where she's humming along and then she goes high. as the crowd singing as well. It's so melodic. I was really surprised. I feel shit because I had my camera focused on her, and then I got distracted by Moa for a split second, and then fucking Sue goes and pulls that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you literally can't tear your eyes off Sue for the gig, which is
Chad,
crazy.
Chadwick in the chat saying Alan's actually 5'8". That's not true. I'm definitely 6 foot. I've
Oh,
always said
I had an interview with Demon and Liffy, and oh my god, they are like 6 foot, like four monsters, and I've never felt so
yeah.
tiny in my life than fucking an interview with them two giants. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. I always thought I always just say 6 foot, but some people are like, no, you're 6'1". I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm 6 foot, but I also haven't like checked my height in like fucking years since like high school. But what was I gonna
I'm
say?
6.
So do you have the timestamp where you got him doing that in the video? I could pull it up real quick in your
Oh,
video.
I don't know. I don't have the exact time though. It'll be in between.
More of a reason to go check this out, guys. More reason to go to
Yeah.
his channel, check it out afterwards. Check out some cool moments. Here we go. This is where you can see them really well. All right, awesome. Yeah, that's a really good shot right there. Yeah, you're right up there. Now, my question for you is, did you get in the pit?
No, I did not get in the pit, unfortunately.
You're like, I just got jaw surgery, Ellen. Shut.
Yeah. Well, there was two reasons for that. One reason, like I said, it's kind of nobody else was going to record it if I was jumping in the pit. So, like, again, it's that tiny voice in the back of your head. Do your fucking job. Make some goddamn content.
I'm
it's
sorry,
that voice
man.
in the back of your head that never goes away.
You know what? You guys better go subscribe to Neon because he's a good man for doing that. Because I'm not filming shit. I'm being in that pit. I'm going wild. People want to film me. I'll give my phone to someone. Teresa, can you hop on someone's back? I'll just give you my phone. You can film me.
Yeah, it was amazing.
You're a better man than me.
I need to start like hiring some lackeys or something. Somebody to go around with a camera for me. So I could do that stuff. But yeah,
I understand. I understand. No, I understand. I probably like film a little bit of it too, and then after that, I have to get in the pit. I tried that for a BAND-MAID show, man. I filmed an entire BAND-MAID show. I didn't really enjoy it. I went to LA. I filmed a lot of that. Didn't enjoy it. Luckily, there was more BAND-MAID shows. So then on the fourth one, I'm like, fuck this. I'm just gonna watch the show and go crazy. Oh, never mind. Teresa's going to the pit with me. So all right, never mind. So we'll talk about it though. I'll call by the stream. I'll talk about it. But no, that's cool. I'm glad you got footage. That's really cool. That's a really good shot that you have here on your channel, man. That looks awesome. I'm definitely gonna watch this later. I didn't even realize you put these up for some reason. That is really cool. And now, so they had screens there and everything also. So it's like they had like a kind of a semi setup like they normally do, or like did they have any theatrics going on with it, like they have at their main shows, or
just the lights? So they had the flag come down. Obviously it wasn't their set. The most of the stage was like, again, SABATON's fuck off mammoth tank that's in the middle of the stage.
That's why they have barbed wire. Okay, it's kind of like joke barbed wire then, right? It's not like real barbed wire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like pretending.
Bro, I'm thinking like they really put barbed wire to keep people from going. I'm over here thinking
to be fair, that would be such a British thing to do. Like barbed wire in the punk scene. I'm sure there's a few bars in London with fucking barbed wire to keep people out. Like, I'm not even joking.
That's yeah, I wouldn't put it past it. There's some hardcore shows that needed barbed wire in the past I can think of. But really, that's really cool, man. So after Monochrome, we get back to some of the Babymetal classics. Tell me about those, man. How did Momo Metal handle doing those dances? I mean, I know she's done it in the past as an Avenger, but how was it seeing her with Moa on those later songs?
Elegant, mate. It's the only way I can describe it. Momo's a bit of a weird conundrum because, like I said, she was supposed to be an idol, much like Sue and Moa was, but she's had a few more years of sort of like being an idol, and then obviously she's gone on these shows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And she's a lot older than I think Moa was when she transitioned to obviously Babymetal now, and she's had a bit more few years of experience of being an idol per se. So the dance moves, I I want to say that I want in terms of like mowers, I want to say that mowers are like precision. Mowers are precise, right?
Mm-hmm.
She knows what she's doing and they're precise. Momos are elegant. There's a finesse to them. There's more swagger, more.
So just like Yui, she's more like fluid with the dancing because a lot of people would say Yui is the best dancer, right?
Yeah, I would say that. The words I'm probably kind of going for is she's more.
It looks fluid.
Adult orientated a little bit. She's got more swagger in what she does, like her moves. Like she knows what she's doing. Like the girls are that age now where they're allowed to do that. And Momo really flourishes when she's on stage. But she has that grace to her that I don't think Moa White has.
Okay.
But she doesn't have the connection to Sue that Moa has either. Like the backwards or forwards between Moa and Sue is one of a kind. So it really is kind of like watching two different girls. And I really like that because I thought when she was an Avenger, she was very by the book. Like you could tell like Koba's sat there like that with his binoculars going, well, make sure you get everything right.
It's funny you mentioned that. Oh, keep going. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, and it feels now she's officially the third member. It feels like she's a little bit more relaxed. The hair's come down a little bit, and she can, have a bit more freedom to play around and kind of do what she wants to, which I don't think she did when she was Avenger, or she never had the license to do when she was Avenger. So seeing that side to her, seeing that playful side, and seeing more of her personality shine through when she's dancing on stage was really nice to see.
So Moa, so now that she's doing there, I was about to ask you, what did they do anything like that was not part of the script? Because like you just said, like Koba has like that watch.
Man, there's so many little moments. I didn't catch anything on the recordings that I do, but if you're a fan of Babymetal and you're on Twitter, you probably see the little interactions being caught by better people than me. Because like I said, at that point I was just enjoying the show, and you get to see those little smiles, those little pokes that they do to each other. That is really hard to see when you're in the show and there's arms flying around. Sometimes you don't see that, and then when you look back on your footage, I was like, I see what you did there.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I always wonder about that. Like, if Koba's like afterwards, like, "Hey, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that right there? What's wrong with you?" or something like that. I don't know. I always imagine like Koba like having that vibe, but I doubt it. He's that rigid. I'm sure like they gotta put on a performance, and I think the biggest thing about putting on a performance is you gotta be having fun. If you're not having fun, then what's the point, right?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah, I think Chad in chat says it really well. She shakes what Momo gave her, and yeah, that's pretty much Momo's.
I know. Now I'm really curious, like, like what this looks like. Here, let's play a short clip from your video. By the way, you can check out the full video on Neon Reaper Gaming. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Make sure you hit the bell here. And because he'll definitely be coming on again if he's down to, of course, which he said he would be when they come back to London again. So I'd love to hear your take on the next concert. But here's a little clip from his video. Okay, come on, man. You had Sue that fucking close to you. What's going through your head?
Like I said, man, you just can't take your eyes off her. I said that in the review. It's hard to take your eyes off Sue. When she's humming and when she's in that zone like that, it is amazing. What I want to say as well, something I didn't say, is the outfits. I want to point out like how amazing the outfits are.
Okay.
There's no footage there that I could show, or like footage I think that's been captured by other people that shows just how fucking good those outfits are, because they are like intensely like shiny. Like I knew they were shiny before I went in, but to see them on stage, you're like, holy crap, man. It's intense. They are reflective as fuck.
It's interesting because these are outfits that they wore on the first take, and I was like kind of iffy about them because I was like, it looks kind of crazy, but on stage it looks better with a black backdrop, you know, because like on first
Yeah.
take it's a white backdrop. I'm like, what's up with all these like? It looked like somebody like I don't know how to say it, like it's just rainbow was barfed on them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it does, but honestly, when they're live and when they're under lights, like actual lights, like it shines so bright and so nice. The outfits are amazing, especially when they're dancing and moving. It's incredible. Yeah, you can't quite see that in the first take because it's a
It's like my Little Pony threw up on them, or something. I don't know. But hey, I got a super chat from Exit13. Got a question for you, Neon. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, man. He said, thanks for this chat. Quick question. I remember the September 19th Babymetal show had a full large screen video. I think this added so much to the show. I hope they include this again. Thoughts, Neon?
Yeah, I hope so. Like, obviously with them headlining, I imagine this screen will return. They've done it so many times in Japan and so many times like since and before that I could tell. Yeah, I could certainly see that being a headliner, especially for the US. So I reckon for a lot of US tours, I reckon you guys will get the big screen in the background what they dance to.
And the thing that is being mentioned on here about the reflecting the light for the outfits, that totally makes sense. It just looked really weird in a white room, you know what I mean? When you saw it in the first take. So it makes way more sense than being there.
Live, they're gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. They really shine through.
It does look good. It does look good. So for those of you listening, go just watch the first take and you'll see exactly what outfits we're talking about. That's a really good. It makes sense why they waited to release that video, because they're going to be wearing them in the concert, because they weren't doing it on the first take.
Again, yeah, like I said, there's no footage that really gives those outfits justice.
Yeah. Look at that right there. That was pretty good. That looks good. Like I said, you have a dark backdrop, so it makes so much more sense right here. So. Man, it's so crazy just seeing them older, you know, just seeing so much footage of them younger. Like you see them like all grown up. They're adults. They look like adults now. You know what I mean? So
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like the other one so much, is because like the music like really matured with them as well. Like a lot more heavier, but a lot more bouncier. As well, not only in their costumes but their music, and they've really come on leap and bounds now, and I'm really looking forward to the next album, or the fourth album, or whatever it is you want to call it.
So Road to Resistance, last song. So there was only 7 songs, or is this
wrong?
Yeah,
we got shafted by one song.
Ooh.
But I think we had an extended, like I said, monochrome with the lights that you just saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a moment with the girls on stage, so that lasted quite long. And so and they changed the output Divine Attack as well, which is I can't even be mad at that, to be honest.
They did what? What did they do again?
They swapped the Metalism out for Divine Attack.
Divine Attack's a great song. It does suck you didn't get Metalism. If they had 8 songs, though, they could fit in there.
Yeah, well, I'll hope, like I said, I'll see them in literally another like 4 or 5 months, so like something stupid like that. So it's kind of crazy. I'm going to see them again so freaking soon. So I imagine we'll see like a full set.
Hell yeah!
And with them being in London 2 days in a trot, I imagine we might see 2 different sets as well, which will be pretty cool. Or at least a big change up in sets anyway. So I'm looking forward to that,
dude. I'm getting so excited just hearing you talk about this. Like, these podcasts are gonna be like brutal on me. I'm like, just like, oh my god, what is gonna happen? Like, what am I gonna get?
Well, it's exactly the same for me for BAND-MAID and Love Bites. I'm like, I keep seeing Love Bites and BAND-MAID.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, god damn it! Come on, man.
Hey, at least you guys got Babymetal over there first, right? I think that's good. The pendulum has to swing.
Again, we weren't really expecting it when they announced for SABATON, and I think a lot of people thought, because the US tour had already been, I think the US tour had already been announced there or thereabouts, or had been hinted at. So we thought, we're going to be, most of Europe thought we were going to be second again, and that you guys were going to get them first, and then we would get them. So to find out that they were doing like a mini Europe tour before going over to US and then coming back is crazy, to be honest. Like, we didn't think they would be back so quick. Like, I think most of us thought like 2024 might be like the beginning of 2024 we might see them back, but to get them in Europe doing the rounds twice in 1 year is kind of crazy, actually.
That's man, so cool, man. Now, okay, Any highlights from that show that just really stood out to you that were the most memorable?
Oh God. For me, would probably be both the new songs, Monochrome and the Band Attack. Both of them were brilliant. If I had to say a standout, it would be just meeting everybody there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like literally like being in that crowd, being in the queue and talking to everybody, and just having so many people come up to me and go, "Hey Neon, I watch your videos." Like you know,
Yeah.
people that even aren't even regulars that don't know me too well just turn around and go, "Hey Neon, you were like the first reactor that got me into baby metal." Hearing people say that and tell me that is like the best thing in the world, because that's what I wanted to do with the reactions. That's what the channel is all about, is finding new bands, hopefully reaching out, making people watch them, love them. We all come together and we all enjoy it together, you know. And it kind of really felt like a little family I had go in there with the gigs, which was pretty cool, to be honest.
Thanks, Marty Metal, for correcting me on this. He said, Alan, it was Metal Kingdom that has new choreography, different from the other shows and music video. All right, that's what it was. Man, I really wish I could have saw him at Makahede Messe Hall. Like, I really want that full hour and a half, man. I really do. Like, I wish I could make that happen. But but yeah, what was I gonna say? So now we get Sabaton, man. Sabaton comes on. Oh, or is there any other final thoughts on Babymetal they want to mention before we move on to Sabaton?
Oh, just that the girls are amazing, and if you're in the chat now and you haven't seen them, or you had the opportunity to go and see them, go and see them. It's a different experience. It really is. Like there's a gazillion different metal bands, and if you've been like to a majority of them, you've been to like pretty much every metal show, and I guarantee the Babymetal is a different beast and a different experience entirely.
And the point of these videos, I know a lot of people are here because they're already Babymetal fans. Hopefully, there's other people that are thinking about going to shows that discover these review of the concerts. You know, like Neon's videos, the videos we're gonna start doing on Guys. I hope it like just convince you guys to get out there. You know, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Because you'll be welcome.
Are you
You'll be welcome.
To see Babymetal in the future?
Huh?
Are you planning to see Babymetal in the future? I imagine you probably got a few tour dates secured.
Oh yeah,
tickets.
Yeah. I'll mention that in a second, but I just want one last thing just before I go there. But guys, it's a welcoming community. If you're on the edge or not sure about going, just go. Promise you'll be welcome with open arms. Hopefully, but most likely. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's I just because I just know a lot. I have a lot of friends that I know that that don't go out because they're like nah, that's like and I they need to get out. I think it's a community is a really important thing, and hopefully this helps people get there, convince them. And as far as me going to Babymetal, I'm going to Austria. I'm super excited because I get to meet all my mods. I think pretty much in one visit, so that's really cool.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to meeting Teresa, Shell, Pubaka, and everybody else. And also meet Good. I'm really excited to meet those guys, and I don't know if I'll come back alive, but we'll see. As long as I don't touch the alcohol, it should be good.
I'm surprised I managed to survive my mods, to be honest. I'm surprised I'm still here.
Yeah. Archie Dan says the Reddit community turns me off. Give me a little bit more of an example why that turns you off. That's an interesting comment. Because Reddit. I feel like when you go in there and look at it, like, because I remember a couple years ago I went on to Reddit and that was a bad idea. Ooh, that was a bad idea. They'll dig into you, man. They'll talk all the shit over there because I think they assume that the creators don't read it, so they just go off. I did that one time and I was like, I'm never going to Reddit to read comments ever again. I was like, that was the dumbest mistake ever. But they're really passionate. I agree, Scaro. They're really passionate on Reddit. So Sabaton, man, you just mentioned earlier you were trying to see them. I was too, man. I actually had a ticket to see them, but they refunded it because of the whole pandemic thing. I was gonna go see them also because I was able to see Avatar, which was, by the way, Avatar was fucking amazing. Our review on Avatar, they were great. One of the best bands I've seen live, actually, and I know they've opened for Babymetal too. They're really good. So if you're in Europe, I'm sure people in Europe, they do tour Europe pretty frequently, right? If I'm not mistaken, Avatar, that was a really good band.
They hear quite a lot.
So Sabaton, I've seen live footage, and I love the live footage probably way more than their music videos. So What do you think, man? How was Sabaton live? Give us a rundown.
Sabaton doesn't even need explaining, man. They were great. The stage again is just an absolute delight. Like I said, flamethrowers galore, tanks,
Flamethrowers.
freaking yeah, flame like this guy's just doing flamethrowers on stage.
That's so cool.
There's a fucking tank in the middle of the stage, barbed wires. It's great. It's just Sabaton are just a great time. And the gig was amazing. It really was.
Now, how did the crowds seem going between Babymetal and Sabaton? Were the crowds like the same fans, like they both like both groups, or was it like a drastic difference? Did people start leaving and then a new group of fans came in when Sabaton came on, or how did that go?
I think when it kind of first started, like most think Babymetal fans were relatively at the front of the queue.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Sabaton came on, there was a little bit of there wasn't quite a few people that left, to be fair.
Okay.
And so there was a bit of a gap at the back. But yeah, no, the majority, I would say like 80% of the place stayed and watched Sabaton. So
Sabaton's one of those bands, not quite my taste in music, but like this last song they just released was phenomenal. It was a cover, 1916. It was amazing. But that's a band I know I have to see live to appreciate them 100%.
yeah,
And
yeah, for sure.
guys, I just give bands a chance live, even if you heard the CD, because it's different. Like for instance, I just played with Beautiful Skeletons. We reacted to their song, didn't like it, but man, once I heard Tina Firefly sing live, I was like, holy shit, she's good. I was like, this is crazy. Like something just happens in recordings sometimes where they compress their voice too much. It's not as powerful. But with Joaquin, I can't imagine. You heard him. Tell us, like, how was his voice? This had to have been powerful hearing that live. Him singing.
Yeah, I mean, again, he was pretty really good. He's got one of those voices that are pretty gravelly and very distinctive. So like even when he's like far from perfect, it's still like pristine, like him, if that makes sense. Like I think you're happy. Like even if he had an off day and he was singing, it would still sound fucking great. To be
Yeah.
quite honest with you. And yeah, he just suits that band so well. I mean, we had this debate in my I think it was like Discord or stream, where we've been reacting to like a few videos from Tommy. And we've been
Oh
hearing
my
Tommy
god, dude, he's a fucking phenomenal singer, and he doesn't even sing that much in Sabaton.
No, he doesn't sing in Sabaton at all. But that just shows you just like how much like his voice really just suits Sabaton. Like it wouldn't be Sabaton without him. So like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how that works, and it's just I don't know, man. It's his voice is kind of like Sabaton to an extent.
Yeah, because Joaquin has a unique voice. When I hear Joaquin sing, I know it's Sabaton, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, what's his voice? I'm like, oh, that's Joaquin. That's him singing, but it's a good voice. It's a very like epic, like sounding voice, like just rally the troops. It's like the perfect. It's like the perfect voice. And I think with Tommy, it just would not work. It would not work the same way. You can't get that kind of I can't say that. You can't get everyone together as well. Because the thing with Joaquin, it goes back to what we were talking about with like Papaya, right? With Joaquin, he has the voice that everybody could sing along with. Everyone can hit the notes that he's doing. They can't copy his tone. His tone is very unique to him. But for the most part, everyone can shout those choruses with him, And I think people forget how important it is like to have people singing along, because that really gets people connected with the song even more. And it's about historical history, facts, and stuff like that, telling the stories of lost heroes and stuff. And that, to me, that just adds to it, because there is bands that like have the same sound as Sabaton, but not the voice, and they don't have great storytelling. I think that's the really big differences with Sabaton. So I'll always give them their credit where it's due. It may not be my favorite style of music, but I'll always check out a new Sabaton song just because of how unique they are for that genre. Because that genre needed like something fresh, and I think Sabaton's is the fresh music for that style. Because that style was kind of stale with some of the bands. They like just kept replicating each other, and I feel like Sabaton's just like a fresh take on that power metal / epic kind of metal. I don't know how you would describe it, But anyways,
It
Double
makes
my
me feel
tangent
so
there.
patriotic. Again, I said this in one of my
Yes.
reactions. I said I've never felt like the will to go and grab a backpack, stuff all my clothes on, and go and fight for Sweden. You know?
Yes, yes, you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter what country he's talking about. You feel patriotic for like wherever they're at. Absolutely. I know what you mean. He gets me tearing up too on some of the songs. I can't remember one of the live ones. I was just like, yeah, I just teared up bad. Actually, on the last song too, it's like, but you're right. He makes you feel patriotic no matter where. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what it is. You just want to
yeah,
go like fight for that country. Like that's how good the story, and the songwriting in it is as well. And the
yeah.
music video kind of like really hits home, hits you in the feels, man.
What was a really awesome epic moment about Sabaton's set when you were there that you saw?
Uh, to be honest with you, probably the guitar solos. I'm not gonna lie, like
Yeah.
them two going backwards and forwards. Seeing Tommy was a particular highlight for me because, like I said, we've been before my surgery, we were going down the Tommy rabbit hole quite a lot on his channel and watching him play guitar. So seeing him like live as well,
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit, I was focusing on Tommy quite a bit as like watching him just kind of go, and it was crazy. Like to hear like those notes like perfection live
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. The good thing about live performances is like you can hear when somebody makes a mistake. So when someone's shredding that fast and it sounds so pristine, like every note is crystal clear, and
Yeah.
it kind of blows your socks off because it makes you sad, but it makes you happy because you're happy you saw it, but it makes you sad because you know that you'll never get to that fucking standard of guitar playing.
Yeah. Was that show sold out?
I'm not too sure. I'm most section when I bought my ticket like really really early, so it wasn't sold out when I got it. But I believe like the majority of it was sold out. Like the last time I checked was like 2 weeks before the venue, and there was still I think one or two sections available. But I
Mm,
think they were seated ones.
okay.
So apart from that, I'm not too sure.
How the fuck do you sit down at a Sabaton and Baby Metal show? How do you even do that? How do you even stay still for something like that?
I don't know. Some people just like to chill, you know.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
know, I know. I'm
age
kidding.
catches up to us all.
I'm kidding.
You
I'm
know?
kidding, of course. But well, if I get old, I don't care. I'm just gonna go out there and break every bone. Fuck it. Kill me afterwards. I don't care. I'll just get super drunk.
Everybody in chat's like chronic pain, age,
Chronic pain.
backache,
I know.
wheelchairs.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. I know. There's people that need to sit. And then watch. I go there and I see a bunch of teenagers sitting in the chair.
You know what?
Then what?
I'm gonna remember this comment, and we're gonna come back when you're like 60, and I'm gonna make you stand up at a gig.
Oh, I will, dude. The guy that I saw at the Otoboke Beaver show, he was like 70, bro, and in the mosh pit, and like with all these young bucks, like 18 years old, like 18 to 21, and he's in there going, fucking just moshing around with him. He looked like he was dying. I went down there for 5 seconds. It was so tight, like, because it was only like a small area. Otoboke Beaver gets down, man. Like, and we're just like fucking just dying in the pit. And I get out, and that old dude's still in there. I'm like, holy shit! And he's just like, just gone, bro. It's just gone. Like, just like washing around. He looked like he was swimming in a sea of people, dude. It was crazy.
He was that old. He doesn't feel pain anymore.
It doesn't. I promise. When I'm 60, I will be in the pit. I don't care. Eric always like gives me shit. He's like, "How the fuck do you have so much energy?" He's like 7 years younger than me, and it's funny because I always tire him out in the pit. It's hilarious. But that's really cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time at the show, man, and I'm excited to see both of them. I really am. Well, we didn't really talk about Lorde. We got to talk about Lorde. We kind of glossed over them. Let's talk about Lorde. How was Lorde, man? I heard a music video and I wasn't too excited about him, but is there a reason to be excited to see Lorde?
Yeah, I think Lorde do like if you're going to see them on the European tour now, and yeah, go and see them. They're good. Lorde are good at what they do. To be honest, I'm exactly the same with Lorde. I'm like lukewarm on them. I don't really listen to them too much, but they do have some bangers like "The Devil Is a Loser" and "He's My Bitch." So there's some great songs there, you know. They
Okay.
really do have some bangers. You know what was I was pleasantly surprised at not being like the greatest Lorde fan. Like when they did their set, I was kind of surprised. Like, hey, I actually know this song. And then they played another. I was like, I know this one as well. And they played another. I was like,
Uh,
I was kind of like, hey, you know. So you
you're
don't kind of
like,
think of it, but
I understand why they're on the tour now.
yeah.
I
But
actually know these songs.
they did a great job of just like you know effectively what their job was, warming the crowd up.
Yeah.
As they said, and this is a direct quote from that night, is making sure we all get sweaty balls. That was
Yeah.
that was the end game of Lorde, and to be honest with you, they nailed that. We were
Well,
indeed sweaty by the end of Lorde. But yeah, no, they did a great job to build
that's
it up
cool.
and to get everybody warmed in. But I think you know if you like again if you've done your gigs, the first act sometimes of the night is always the hardest because people haven't
Yeah.
had their beers yet. You know, people are just still kind of coming in and settling
Yeah.
down and stuff like that. So the first act is always the hardest to kind of get everybody into that
Yeah.
groove. But they did an absolutely epic job leading into to Babymetal.
Yeah, I had a local band come on for a set on Sunday, and like I always do that. I start a mosh pit for them and stuff like that. I get the crowd going. That's like my thing for bands that are opening up. You know, because it does suck being an opener and everyone's just like. But that's exactly why I run out into the crowd. I always do that during my sets. I put the guitar down and I fucking run out there and like fucking get everybody to come up. And I like pump everyone up, and everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on?" You know. Even Tina was like, "He's like, you guys were so fucking hilarious in the beginning that I had to start recording ahead of time because I was like, what the." Because we were like just saying jokes and stuff and just like being obnoxious on stage, so to get people up there. And then they stay for those other bands because once they're like entertained, like then they'll want to stay for those other openers and stuff. Oh, by the way, two bands, like give them a chance to check out Beautiful Skeletons, Scream Up the Sky, really cool bands. They're really good. Scream Up the Sky is so much better live than their CDs. That was really good. That was a really good show. I got another show tonight. I'm finally getting back to gigging, man. I'm excited. I miss playing shows, dude. Oh, it's so fun. So fun playing them. It's fun being there and it's fun playing them.
Yeah, I got a friend like that as well. He's been kind of like taken back from COVID. He's got his band called Blinded Memory. If you've never heard of them, go and check them out. They're awesome on YouTube. And he's going back to gigging now and doing gigs and stuff like that and going around and stuff. And he's having a good time. So I think for a lot of musicians now, being able to get back out there is pretty good feeling.
So my question for the audience: how many people are gonna get in the mosh pit with me in Austria? Everyone.
I will be there in spirit.
He'll be there in spirit. I know a lot of people are like, Alan, why didn't you go to the London shows where everyone speaks English? I was like, well, that's boring. No, I was kidding. I was kidding though. But yeah, I wish I kind of like set up to go to more than just one show while I'm over there, but I'm only going to see one show. Maybe I can. Maybe I can see another show. Teresa, can we pull off another show? Is it possible? Probably not. The tickets are probably all sold out.
I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to, man. You're usually connections.
Yeah, I'm bad about that. I feel too guilty. Like, not. It's okay. Like, I like, but I'm always like, nah, don't do that.
I gotta work my connections now because like I've just seen them and I was like, right, okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna save up, go to Japan, see Babymetal in Japan, and then literally today they dropped the UK tour, and I'm like, okay, so that's that plan out the window. Like,
I want to see them in Japan because I want to see Babymetal like for the 2-day thing. I want that. But it was too grand. It's too grand. Yeah, but Paul made me feel very optimistic about doing it. He's like, bro, just get the tickets and don't worry, we'll get you tickets somehow. I'm like, how are you able to get tickets? Because I guess people will like apply for multiple applications and stuff and have extra tickets. So I'm like, if I knew that, then I would have just like fucking signed up for another credit card and just fucking threw it on there and just throw the credit card away and pray that it just disappears. America. Oh man. Yeah. What was I gonna say? But that's really cool, man. Is there any final thoughts you want to say about like the overall concert or anything like that you want to mention?
Yeah, no, like I said, the overall concert was great. Like the girls were great, the bands were great, the people were great, the alcohol was great. They're just
What is Neon's favorite drink?
Oh shit. I don't know. I like every. I'm like the worst person ever because I like to mix my drinks and then when I go drinking, so
Oh, me too. Me too.
I don't really stick to one drink. So
you turn into turn into a sink drain. Also, that's me.
yeah, man. Like I get really bored. I have like I usually start off a night with probably some cider, then I move on to some pints, and then by that time the whiskey has to come
Mm.
out, and then the absinthe comes out after that, and then the shots.
Oh
So
shit, absinthe. I'm a whiskey guy. I'll drink whiskey on the rocks all night.
yeah,
But then once after like the second drink of whiskey, then I'm like, I've had beer, I've had, I've had I've had everything by that point.
yeah.
Man.
Pina colada, like Good says, yeah, awesome.
But I'm
Kind of
definitely
can't not have one.
I'm definitely scared to drink in a place I'm not familiar with, though. You know what I mean? That's like so, because knowing me, I'll end up in a cell somewhere.
Yeah. But that was the good thing about like the after party that I went to as well. Like people were buying me drinks, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, thank you, but like, yeah, big shout out to like Hades and Liffy and Ashy and freaking everybody else who was just like supplying me with like free alcohol that night. I knew what you guys were up to.
Good says, I promised you, Alan, you need to be scared. Guys, see, here's the problem with me when I drink. I get way too much fucking energy when I drink. It's not like normal people that drink and they get all like, ugh. No, I drink and then I start running instantly. I'm a maniac. Like I just get instant energy from drinking alcohol. So like
Have you been to Europe before?
no, it's my first time.
Oh, your first time. Oh, you can have fun with the alcohol here then. The alcohol's like way stronger over here than
Oh,
America.
I'm fucked. I'm fucked then. And like the thing is, I won't remember
Teresa,
anything.
make sure he tries everything.
Try this one. Try this one.
Try this
Don't
one.
give me coconut because I will vomit. Anything with coconut in it, instant vomit. I mean projectile vomit. I'm not even fucking around. Somebody's done that to me one time. I'm like, oh, that's coconut. Fucking The Exorcist. Like, I felt so bad. I was at a bar one time and somebody knew that I didn't like coconut, right? And they fucking took. I had my regular shot. I can't remember what it was. I think it was whiskey, and they fucking swapped it with a coconut flavored rum, and the bartender let it happen. She just let it happen. She saw them switch it because I remember the reason why I think that is because she made a weird face, and then I chugged it. Fucking threw up and clipped the side of her arm, like chunks of vomit across the fucking bar.
Whoa.
Like it like hit the back of the wall where all the alcohol was. It was awesome.
Probably like, whoever was cleaning that up.
I don't know who cleaned it up. Joey was like, "You fucking sick fuck." I'm like, "Well, you guys did the joke on me, and it ended up backfiring on you guys." So, oh man. But no, I'm gonna behave myself. I'm gonna try to stay sober while I'm over there. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, I was gonna say trying and doing is definitely gonna be two separate things.
Yeah. I definitely stopped drinking. I haven't drank since I don't know. Probably since January. Probably the last time I had a drink. But behave myself because I develop quite a problem when I start going down that. No coconuts noted, says Teresa. Yes. Yeah. I'm warning. This is everybody's warning. I guess if they don't listen to the podcast, they're screwed. But yeah, do not give me coconut. If you want me to vomit, go for it.
Red wine for me. Like I can drink every drink under the sun, but as soon as like red wine hits my stomach, it comes straight back up. Don't know why. It's like the only drink that just can't keep down. I can have like red wine if it's just red wine, but if I mix it with anything else, I like literally it makes me throw up. That's why it's like the one drink I can't have when I'm drinking.
So my friend Joey gave me the worst advice once, because I hated alcohol. Like I didn't drink until like way later in life, and because anytime I take a shot, I would throw it up. I couldn't keep down. But Joey, in his infinite wisdom, was like, "Don't worry, you get used to it. Just keep trying." And I did, and he was right. I got used to it, and now I have a problem sometimes. I was like, I hate you, because I would do this thing where I like drink it, I would just like hold it down,
Yeah.
like just go down because I hate the taste of alcohol. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I remember one time I was in Germany and we seen Machine Head in Germany. I was like 14 at the time, and we went to the nightclubs after. And my friend Frankie, he got me a like a German absinthe, and this stuff is like illegal like everywhere else because it's like 99% alcohol or something stupid like that. It's like the tiniest little shot. They salt it, they give you the lemon, they light it on fire. You see, they give you the whole fucking thing. And he was like, dude, neck that. Fucking neck it. I literally I had to go run outside. I've never puked so much in my life. And you know the worst part is as well is my other mate was sat right next to us eating a fucking pizza.
Yeah.
Next to me as I was throwing up, and I was like, dude, that smells so good. Give me a slice of that. I'm like,
when I took my uncle to Juarez, Mexico, the same thing happened. Like he was freaking out because he'd never seen anything. They do crazy shit.
I think the internet's gone, dude. I think we're done.
It's all good. It's all good. It's recording. I'll repost it afterwards.
All right, okay.
So my uncle and I, like, we went to Juarez, right? So we're out in Juarez, and then they do that thing too where you see like they light on fire, and then it's just like a stream of fucking fire going into the drink. And my uncle's like, we're gonna fucking drink that? We're gonna drink fire right now? I'm like, yes. Like it was hilarious. He was like, he had never been there, so like it was pretty funny because you could do anything over there pretty much.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, go and enjoy the European beer, man. Like I said, beer is like way stronger than America. Like everything.
The thing I wanted to try over there the most, because I do have a favorite drink. It did take a while to find it. I'm a big stout fan, and I also love Guinness. I love Guinness.
Guinness is nice.
It's like my favorite drink. Guinness, by all means, because that is like, or anything that's like that thick, dark beer. I love that shit. So, I just hate like the fucking light beers and all the weird fucking things with the hops in it. I'm like, that shit's gross. I can't stand it. So, but I love Guinness. I fucking love Guinness. Every time we can find it on tap, I'm like, yes, please.
I had a Guinness in London, mate, and fucking I ordered my girlfriend like a JD and Coke, and I had a Guinness. And that shit came to 17 fucking pound. I was like, fucking hell, so expensive now.
Oh, really? Really? Yeah, isn't it? I've always heard like Guinness tastes better over in Europe. That's what I've always heard. Is it from over there?
It's an Irish drink.
Irish drink, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
If you want like a really really good Guinness, then yeah, probably like Ireland, probably UK is the best place to do it, but preferably Ireland. Ireland's the best place for that crap.
Yeah, Joey and I are actually planning a trip to go to Ireland. I don't know why. He's like, hey man, we're going to Ireland next year. We're gonna go travel all over the place. I'm like, why Ireland? I was like, I don't know, we're doing it. I'm like, all right.
There's lots of green fields and whiskey in Ireland.
I don't know. I thought it would be like, let's go to Italy or something and try to find like our ancestors or something over there. That's what I thought he was gonna say. But then he said Ireland. I'm like, all right, sure, if you want to.
Maybe he's Irish. You know, maybe that is his ancestor.
Yeah. Well, because what was I gonna say? Yeah, because I'm half German, half Italian. Well, Sicilian. So like, and I don't know if he's Irish. I don't know if he has Irish in him, but maybe he is. So I don't know. Yeah,
I'm half German as well. So
yeah, my dad's German, my mom's Sicilian. So fun mix. I tried Guinness in Tokyo. Fun. It's this film. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up. Go subscribe to Neon's channel. He also does a lot of Japanese content over here. And you know, if you're listening to this podcast, we do a lot of Japanese content. Actually, that's all we do here. So if you want more of it, you can't get enough here. Go to Neon's, check out more there. And plus, he has really cool footage of the London show. And you should go check that out. He has 2 videos over there. He has a lot of cool clips in there that we just previewed today on the podcast. So if you're listening from Spotify or Apple Podcasts and stuff, get over to YouTube. Go to his channel, check those videos out. If you want to see the visuals, of this podcast, check out our channel. And don't worry, I'm going to upload the better quality one because I know the internet was dipping in and out. But don't worry, I'm just going to unlist the live one. I just like to go live so the community can, input their feedback. But if you have questions for Neon or me, drop comments on our videos asking, and I'm sure Neon will love to answer those questions or anything like that about the show. And
Hell yeah.
looking forward to having you on again. And look out for this next podcast because we're going to have Liffy, who you met over there in London. He's going to be talking about the Leeds show tomorrow morning with Champ and I. And man, I'm looking forward to having you on again. I want to talk more the other Japanese music stuff too that you've been listening to, because I kind of want to get your perspective, like going off a month and then coming back in and all this new stuff you checked out, because he just did a Hanabi reaction, which I'm sure is going on your channel pretty soon.
Yeah, that'll be pretty soon. I'm letting the baby metal stuff kind of breathe for a little bit. I just started a new channel as well called Ears to the East. You can go and check that out. That's with Backer Broadcast, where we got some great up and coming stuff that I can't
what
say
is it called
in public. Ears to the East.
Ears
we got
to the
some,
East. Ears.
Yeah, we got some good stuff that's
east.
happening on that channel, which I can't say publicly quite yet, but that's going to be cool. That's going to take a little bit of departure from.
Okay, it's not. Oh, sorry, it's not
channel.
Posted yet. The channel.
Yeah, the channel's posted. Yeah, we literally just launched it this weekend. So
could somebody put the link in the chat? One of the mods. If you could, I can't find it on here, so I can get. Because I was going to ask you, because I know you do a podcast. I saw a podcast episode on your main channel.
Yeah, I do so much cover. There's Podcast Desk, which is my podcast. Obviously, channels, reactions. I do interviews. Go and check all that out. And we just started a new channel called Ears to the East as well, which is talking about some other stuff. And that's more like talking about like new stuff. And so we got some interest. Again, there's not really much I can say because literally legally I will be fucked otherwise. But we have literally some big things coming up on that channel, so I'm really excited.
What is this podcast about? Is it more of just Japanese music news kind of thing, or?
Yeah, it's just us kicking back, talking about the latest news, talking about some other bands. It's really fun because obviously I'm more into like the metal side of Japanese music, and Howard's more into like the J-pop, like rock scene, indie scene in like Japan as well. Okay. And so we're coming together to like get like a general consensus and stuff like that. I have some plans to go to Japan as well to meet him. So there's all sorts kind of going on at the minute. We just wanted to do it for fun, kind of see how the channel goes and all that. So yeah, there's that as well.
All right, I just subscribed to it, so I'm looking forward to see a lot of stuff over there. So for those of you who don't know or just listening in, so Ears to the East is going to be a musical waffy fun focusing on Japan and elsewhere and covered by combined forces Neon Reaper, Baka Broadcast. Make sure to check out Baka Broadcast content. Also, he does Japanese music too, with a host of guests and fun features. And I guess things will be announced soon, so I appreciate that, man. So make sure you go show some love over there also. And appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope to see you tomorrow morning with Liffy, where he's going to tell us about the Leeds show. And then we have many other shows coming up with people coming on. And Neon, if you do make any other Japanese music shows, let us know. I'd love to have you on again to talk about them.
The other shows I got planned now is obviously I'm going to try and get some the new baby metal shows that have just been announced today. I'm going to see Love Bites in June, not Love Bites, sorry, Rum Kicks in June, and I'm sure that there's going to be some new shows and stuff announced. I'm hoping we'll hear something about, like I said, BAND-MAID, Love Bites, round later this year, or maybe coming into 2024. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, we're Europe's due a lot of Japanese bands, so I'm hoping we'll
that'd be awesome. And I extend an invitation to anybody else also. I know a lot of you have already hit me up, and I'm looking forward to getting those scheduled with you guys. Thank you so much for reaching out. Like I said, this is to help just get the community closer together and everybody talking and, from around the world. And see you guys in the next one, all right? See you.